That's good for the... Good evening. I'd like to call the Whitehall City Council meeting of August 18th, 2020 to order. I'd like to start with a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Aug, will you please call roll?
Elmore.
Present.
Coniston.
Present.
Cantor.
Present.
Heck.
Present.
Morrison.
Present.
Bailey.
Present.
Rodriguez.
Present.
President Potter.
Present. Thank you. At this time, I'll accept a motion for the approval of the August 4th, 2020 agenda and regular meeting minutes.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of August 4th.
Second.
A motion has been made by Ms. Coniston, seconded by Mr. Cantor. Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore.
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
The minutes have been approved. At this time, it's our first poll public of the evening, and Ms. Aug has shared with me we do have one item, so I will ask her to read that into the record.
Amy LaCourte, 4227 Rickenbacker Avenue, Whitehall, Ohio. Good evening, City Council members. I just want to acknowledge the fast response of the Whitehall Police Department. On Monday at 12:20 a.m., there was a group of young men letting off a variety of fireworks in the parking lot of Yearling Green Townhomes towards the high school. Within minutes of calling the non-emergency number, a Whitehall police officer showed up and several other officers to speak with the young men. The situation was handled immediately. Once more, I was dealing with my dog Jojo to calm her down. I'm not sure why these kids chose a Sunday night after midnight to party in my backyard. I am one of 4 residents that leave for work before 6 a.m. within feet of where they were setting off the fireworks in the parking lot. I appreciate that the Whitehall Police Department were there so quickly. I wanted to acknowledge and congratulate our Whitehall Police Department for everything that they do to keep our community safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Aug. Could you please see that a copy of that gets sent over to the chief so he can share that with his officers? Thank you. Now, our standing committee reports, Administration and Financial Management, Chairperson Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration Financial Management did meet last week. Our minutes are on file, and we have a number of items to be introduced tonight. And we will meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
Thank you. Community and Elder Advocacy, Chairperson Elmore.
Thank you, Mr. President. Community and Elder Advocacy did meet on Tuesday. Our minutes are on file. We will meet again in the following Tuesday, 6:30.
Thank you. Community Standards Enforcement, Chairperson Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Community Standards and Enforcement met last Tuesday. Minutes are on file. We'll meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
Thank you. Economic Development, Chairperson Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Economic Development also met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
Very good. Infrastructure, Maintenance and Services, Chairperson Heck.
Thank you, Mr. President. Infrastructure, Maintenance, and Services met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file. We have 2 pieces of legislation we're voting on tonight, Ordinance 57 and Resolution 27. We will meet next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
Terrific. Thank you. Public Safety, Chairperson Coniston.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public Safety met last week. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next Tuesday sometime around 6:30.
Very good. And Parks and Recreation, Chairperson Cantor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks and Recreation also met last week. Our minutes are on file. We'll meet here again next week sometime after 6:30.
Perfect. Officials reports. Mayor Kim Maggard.
Good evening, Council. I would like favorable consideration regarding ordinances 57, 60, and 62. And I fully support ordinance 57 regarding the new contract for trash services beginning in 2021 for a 5-year contract. Thank you.
Thank you. City Attorney Michael Bivens is not with us this evening. City Auditor Dan Miller is not with us this evening. Director of Development and Public Service Zach Woodruff is not with us this evening, nor is Director of Public Safety Van Gregg or Treasurer Steve Quinzel. The following officials' reports have been filed in the council office since our last meeting. That would include the auditor's expense report for July 2020, the auditor's bank report for July 2020, the auditor's statement of cash position report for July 2020, the auditor's revenue report for July 2020, and the mayor's report to council for July 2020. Under communications, petitions, and claims, we have no items this evening. Ms. Aug, would you please call roll as to whether each member of council was given a copy of each item of legislation listed on the agenda prior to the meeting and including any add-on legislation?
Elmore,
Yes?
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Thank you. Under third reading, we have got ordinance 57, 2020, authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement for the collection, transportation, and delivery for disposal or processing of residential solid waste, recyclable materials, and yard waste generated within the City of Whitehall, Franklin County, Ohio, between the City of Whitehall and Local Waste Services Limited, and amending the codified ordinances of the City of Whitehall to enact Section 933.15, Solid Waste and Recycling Collection System Administrative and Operational Fee Fixed Rate. Is there any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion for adoption.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce and move for adoption of ordinance number 57, 2020.
Second?
Thank you. A motion has been made by Ms. Heck, seconded by Ms. Elmore for the adoption of ordinance 57, 2020. Ms. Aug, would you please call roll?
Elmore,
Yes?
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Ordinance 57, 2020 has been adopted. Under second reading this evening, we have got no legislation for consideration. First reading, we have ordinance 60, 2020, authorizing and approving a fund transfer in the amount of $150,000 from unappropriated monies in the General Fund 101 to Street Maintenance and Repair Fund 201 and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 60, 2020, move for suspension of all rules.
Second.
Mr. Bailey has introduced ordinance 60, 2020 and requested a suspension of all rules, seconded by Mr. Rodriguez. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes?
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Mr. Rodriguez. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes?
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Ordinance 60, 2020 has been adopted. Ordinance 61, 2020 will be read by title only this evening, approving and making a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $40,000 from unappropriated monies in the General Fund 101 to the Income Tax Refunds Expense Account 101.350.57 thousand and declaring an emergency. Again, that's by title only. Ordinance 62, 2020, authorizing and approving a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $105,000 from unappropriated monies in the Law Enforcement Trust Fund 241 to the K-9 Law Enforcement Trust Expense Account 241.000.52 thousand and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 62, 2020, move for suspension of all rules.
Second?
Mr. Bailey has introduced ordinance 62, 2020 with a request to suspend all rules, seconded by Ms. Coniston. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Move to adopt?
Second?
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Coniston. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Ordinance 62, 2020 has been adopted. Resolution 26, 2020, resolving to approve then and now certificates and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce Resolution 26, 2020, and move for suspension of all rules.
Second.
A motion has been made by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Ms. Heck, for the introduction of Resolution 26, 2020, and for the suspension of all rules. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Move to adopt?
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Ms. Heck. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Resolution 26, 2020 has been adopted. And finally this evening, we have Resolution 27, 2020, designating a portion of parcel 090-000227 as shown and described in Exhibit A labeled 3WD and 3T as City of Whitehall permanent and temporary right-of-way and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce resolution number 27, 2020, and move for the suspension of all rules.
Second?
Resolution 27, 2020 has been introduced by Ms. Heck, seconded by Mr. Cantor, and with a request to suspend all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Mr. President, I'd like to move to adopt.
Second?
Motion to adopt by Ms. Heck, seconded by Mr. Cantor. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Resolution 27, 2020 has been adopted. This now brings us to our second poll public of the evening, and we have got no items. And now, time for Community Date Board.
Yes. I have a few things.
Okay.
Okay, on Saturday, August the 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Compassion's Way, and there's a partnership with the Whitehall Police Department. They will have an event at Edna Road parking lot of John Bishop Park. It's first come, first served. They'll be serving hamburgers, hot dogs, that sort of thing. And on the 18th, the day's 18th, right, they're going to spray in for mosquitoes west in Whitehall. And then Whitehall Community Park will be closed. It began Monday, August 17th through the 21st for maintenance of trees, work on the water line replacement, as well as Whitehall Police K-9 training. So those are the things that are happening.
That would explain, I drove past the park today, and there was all kinds of police vehicles, so.
Yep.
Does anybody else have anything for our Community Date Board? Okay, that brings us to our poll council. Ms. Elmore.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for those that are viewing this council meeting on Facebook. And I do have a couple of issues that were brought to my attention. Last Wednesday, this was from a resident, last Wednesday, baseball at John Bishop Park, the resident witnessed no social distancing and one person, she took pictures, she said, and there's one person per mask. Whitehall has a mandate for pandemic that is not being followed, social distancing and mask required. So why are we not following through with that? That was the question. And then the second question was, when are we putting basketball nets up? So that is one concern. The other concern I had from a resident was with regards to handicap ramps around the Etna Country Club Fairway. Why didn't we have handicap ramps for people, for the elderly? Because the curbs are high, so that they thought was an issue, and I said I would bring it forward.
Because that hasn't been bid out yet.
Okay, okay.
Nothing's free.
Okay, makes sense.
I know that sounds, but it's because it has not been bid out,
It isn't
and
cheap either.
especially this year. As for my order for masks expired on July 31st because the governor put one out, and we didn't need 2 orders. I put mine out before the governor, put his out. So, and we are supposed to be social distancing, supposed to be wearing masks, but sometimes that does not happen, unfortunately.
And then I forgot to mention one other thing, but Saturday the 29th, Franklin County Jobs and Family Services in partnership with the Urban League will be hosting a Safe Saturday event for kids and their parents. They will explain safety regulations and tools. They'll be given book bags and goodies that identify them and that they are a member of the Safe Saturday program. Megan spoke about that last week, and I just wanted to reiterate that will be something that will be coming forward as well. I just want to remind everybody to register to vote and request your absentee ballots soon and turn those back in as soon as possible. Also, that the census is, there's still people going around checking the census, and it's not too late to fill out that information. Other than that, that will take care of my poll public, and thank you very much.
So August 29th, the Safe Saturday, what time is that at?
The time will be determined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll announce
And
the
that's
time.
at Target?
In the parking lot.
In the parking
Did
lot.
they give you a time yet, Megan?
I want to say they want to do it from 12 to noon, 2, but I mean, I can get that information
Okay.
confirmed.
Is that in the back of Target or in the front?
And
In the back.
So at the intersection.
Loading
At the
from
corner,
County.
Donny and Robinwood.
Is this
Where
going to be,
the dock is.
is this going to be a series of them?
So this is the first time they're holding the event, and I think they want to see how it goes, and they're considering doing it at future dates as well. But it's the very first of its kind, so we're happy to have it here. And it really is being promoted to kids that are doing this, so you're not going to really see information about it on social media from us.
I didn't figure.
Very good. Ms. Omar, thank you. Ms. Coniston.
I just want to thank everybody for viewing, and stay safe, and we'll see you again.
Thank you. Mr. Cantor.
Thank you, Mr. President, and again, thank everybody for watching. And I think you said at the dock, Mayor, is that what about?
Yeah,
on the
you know,
29th?
they-
Okay. It's been a hectic time. I want to thank the mayor for looking into the geese problem on Ross Road. I was not aware of this, and I spoke with her, and I know she's going to do something. She's trying to look into things, and we'll discuss it next week. Councilperson Elmore talked about the basketball nets. To my knowledge, I do not think they're going back up, not for a while, but I will get with our director, and I will get back with you ASAP. That way you can tell who asked about it, because I asked about it earlier, maybe about a month and a half ago. And at that time, they said that they weren't going to put them up. So, and I haven't asked her about it, but I will get back with her on that, or get back with you on that, if that's okay with you. Okay, and I'll get with Shannon. No problem. I'll get with Shannon. I'll give her a call tomorrow and make sure I get back with you on that. As far as the mask at John Bishop Park, or not, Orton Davis, John Bishop Park. I've been over there numerous times. I've walked that park with Whitehall Police. Councilperson Morrison's also been over there. It's not perfect. They do a really good job, and I'm very proud of the job that Bob Straits and his staff has did. So I wanted to get that through and say that, because they do a good thing over there for getting this league together at the very last moment, and not charging our kids. And safety is number one, and I've noticed that there's been some issues over there as well. And I pointed it out to Mr. Straits, and he would say something, and the issue was resolved. So basically, that's all I have to say. Oh, I want to wish my son Michael a very good first day tomorrow at Otterbein. His senior year, it doesn't seem possible, but good luck, and Dad's going to miss you. Hi, girls. Daddy loves you. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. Ms. Heck.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everybody that's watching from home. Thank you, Amy, for writing in, commending our police officers for doing a good job. And that's really all I have.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would also like to thank everyone for watching this evening, and everyone have a safe week.
Thank you. Mr. Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Everybody have a great evening.
Thank you. Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Amy, thank you for the letter for the police officers, because that reminded me to thank our folks over at the fire station. I had the grandkids for a couple of days last week. Jackson, my younger grandson, got, horsing around, older brother, little brother, got a little cut on both sides of his hand. And so, of course, hard to believe, I panicked, ran him up to the fire station up here to make sure he didn't need stitches. And these guys are just awesome. They I don't know who they calm down better, grandpa or the grandson. But these guys are just wonderful. I mean, by the time they left, both of us, our tears had dried up. And
You didn't think, did you?
Yours or theirs?
No, these guys are wonderful. They had Jackson up in one of the fire trucks, and they just know how to deal with people. And that's why our fire and safety forces are second to none. They're just awesome. So I did not get their names. I apologize, but just thank you so much for what you did for our family. And second.
We're not there yet, but thank you. I would also like to thank Amy for her letter. I think it's a very nice reinforcement for our safety forces. I'd like to thank everyone for viewing with us at home, and have a good, safe week. And nothing further?
Mr. President?
Yes?
Move to adjourn?
Second?
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Cantor. Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Elmore,
Yes?
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
We are adjourned.